What are some of the common mistakes people make in the early stages of a claim before they hire a lawyer?
Tamika, probably the biggest mistake that I see when I get a case, and I've inherited them, 5 days into it, 10 days, 300 days into it, right before the statute runs in these cases at all different stages. And the biggest mistake I see is that the claimant or the plaintiff has already given a statement. And there are times where, say you're suing your own insurance company for uninsured or underinsured coverage, you have to cooperate and you have to give a statement, but I would still prepare you and be on the phone. But when the person that hits you and caused the wreck wants to take a statement, you don't have any duty or responsibility to give them a statement. And for 20 years, when they've asked to take my client's statement, I've said, well, I'll allow you to take my client if I can take yours. Not once have they taken me up on my offer. What does that tell you? That it's not good, that it's not there to help you. The other thing is, in these statements, they're going to ask questions that are loaded to hurt your case later. Were you speeding when you ran the red light? There's no good answer to that question. And if I were on the phone, I'd say, wait a minute, that's 2 questions. I think that's unfair. I think you're arguing, but you can answer, you want to ask it separately, we'll consider answering it. So, that's one big problem I have. The other problem is, Patrick, some people will settle their case. They will sign a release. These insurance companies will swoop in. They're in the hospital and they'll say, hey, we'll give you $5,000 right now. I got the check. We'll give you $10,000, $50,000 to somebody that's catastrophically injured with permanent injuries. And they sign that release and it's final. Patrick, that's not right, but it happens.
No, it does happen. And so a lot of times people will call me that have already signed that release and then say, what can I do about it? I feel really bad, but I have to have another surgery and I didn't know. And it seemed like a fair number at the time. And so I just went ahead and signed it and I took the check. It covered my medical bills, but now I have another surgery and I don't know what to do. And, I've tried sometimes successfully to unwind those releases, but generally you can't. And so the biggest mistake people make is any communication with the insurance company, whether it be giving a statement, I absolutely agree with Rocky, or with doing something with the insurance company like a settlement and release that forever bars any claim you may have for future medicals. Because a lot of times you don't know what's going to happen. Do not settle quickly. You don't know what the extent of your injuries are until you've had some time go by and know whether or not you have something going on you don't know about. And so that's the biggest, other than giving a statement, I totally agree with Rocky, it's settling too quickly because you think you're okay when you're really not. Once you sign that release, it's pretty much over with. So don't sign that release. Even if you're thinking about settling without a lawyer, at least have a lawyer look at the release. Most lawyers will look at that for free. So, and I would call and say, hey, look at this. So just please do that before you sign that release.